It's my turn! It's my turn! Woo! Okay, so Ambly, can you describe your character a little bit?
Oh, I'm gonna
like,
turn around my character sheet. Fine.
I was meant this one.
What? So, as I said before, my character is Ina Silver. She's a half elf and a knight. She likes to be in the spotlight and likes to be heard and seen by everyone. Let's find out more about her, I guess.
Okay, so Ina is like you said, a half elf.
Yeah.
Your mother was human. Your father Genlar was an elf. He disappeared when you were very, very young. You don't really know what happened to him, but your family, through him, he fought in the Mage Wars, being an elf. He's very, very old. He fought in the Mage Wars, and from that he gained, I guess he became like a lower level nobility, so he's not like a lord or anything, but he's got an establishment. He owns farms, land, forests, and he is famous for fighting in the Mage War, still being one of the few survivors that was still alive until obviously he disappeared. You and your brother Taran are very, very close, and you're not like a normal squabbling sibling couple or anything. In fact, you mess about with each other all the time. You play tricks on the guards. You, much to your mother's absolute annoyance, you get on with the farmers. You get on with some of the trainers. You teach each other to fight. Because you're not ladylike. You do not want to learn how to sew for the rest of your life and then be married off.
Not much.
So basically, we come to you when you're a bit younger. You're sort of a teenager, that sort of age, and you're in the forest with your brother Taran, and you're basically just messing about. You're probably like hunting a deer or something to that effect, and just wandering. Never nosy, basically.
Alright.
Okay, so the forest at the moment isn't that dense. So yeah, he's wandering, and Taran's just like, so you've been hunting a deer, and Taran's like, the tracks end here. Where else can we go from this? Like,
can I look around for?
mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll look around for if I can track it, pretty much. See if I can see any like broken branches, any more like just tracks or spill or something.
Yeah.
Is it
14.
14? Ah, what is it?
Do your perception.
Perception 0. Oh.
Well,
14.
14. You can see that a deer seems to have encountered something else and darted off deeper into the forest. And its tracks, you can see, like you said, the broken branches and stuff like that, but it looks like something else has gone after it as well.
Alright. So,
Taran's like, so you see anything? Like, he's not particularly a good tracker, he's a bit useless when it comes to that sort of thing.
Oh, dear brother. It's elementary.
Yes, dear sister.
I sort of lean on him and like, it's really simple. You just need to learn how to see and follow broken branches. That's what I poke at that, like.
Fine. Like, so are you saying and she sort of storms off, like, let's go. And he's off. Just like, oh, off she goes. Like, quickly, runs after her. As you wander about, you can see the forest gets darker as you go into it. It's a much denser forest. The trees are slim and they're really tall, so it almost blocks out all the light that comes into it. You don't normally go this deep into it, but you can clearly see the tracks.
Oh yeah, I have dark vision.
Yeah, so you are fine. You are half elf. You have dark vision. But yeah, so you keep going. and something feels a bit odd, like the air is colder. Probably because there's not a lot of sunlight, but there is something you don't feel right. And looking at the tracks, you notice whatever was following this deer that you're hunting, it is of a human form.
Okay.
So, a human form, alright. So there's another human hunting the same deer.
It maybe.
Maybe. I wanna look at the track and see if it's like this pretty much the size of the footstep. If it's a troll, if it's like a tiny child. 11.
Okay, so you can't necessarily identify the species, but it seems like almost like your brother's size, maybe a bit bigger, human or elf, or something to that effect. And it leads down, so there's a path, which strangely there aren't normally paths that this deep into the forest, but this looks like it is man-made. It has been trodden on many a time.
Okay, she's almost like whispering to her brother then, like, are people, do people come here? Is it like
no one comes here. This is our wood. We come here. Like, he's just not having it, basically. He's got his bow and arrow out. He's quite bored of the situation.
Okay.
Like,
alright, let's set this straight. And I continue.
okay.
Follow the footsteps.
As you follow the footsteps, it's there seems to be very low-lying mist on the ground. So it's sort of like it shrouds your ankles. You can't see your feet or anything. Taran's like, I don't like this. Like, what is this stuff? Like, because you don't tend to get that sort of.
Can I tell if it's magic or natural?
If you roll perception.
Oh, let's go! It's a 9!
You just find it eerie. You find it a spooky mist.
Spooky mist. Alright, if it's spooky, yeah, it sort of awakens her curiosity and like, oh!
Well, it's as you get a bit further in, the mist is like almost icy, like it feels really cold, and it is being drawn forwards, deeper into the forest. So it's almost like a flowing river, and it's drawing deeper in the forest. And Taran's like, I don't like this. We should go. I don't like this at all. Like, I don't know. What if it's, magic? Like, because magic isn't a thing that people really like. So, yeah, it's like, what if this is magic?
Yeah, I can't speak. What if it is?
I don't think you're getting my point, sister. Like, this isn't good. Like, we shouldn't be here.
You said it yourself. It's our forest. Why is it here?
What is it? Yeah, I know, but this is a bad thing. Like, we should go back. We should, like, don't you think? Like, these are other, like, man-made footprints. We don't know what this is. What if it's, like, a sorcerer?
What if we get a wish?
And then he sort of goes, oh. And he's like,
and she's like,
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, remember all those stories?
The ones Dad used to read us, like the ones with the sorcerers that granted wishes, and the heroic battles that he fought in. And
let's go.
Do you think I'll get a wish? Like, she's
really
running. Fixated.
She started running.
He tears off after you, and basically you arrive at a clearing, but you're on like a ledge, and down below is a clearing, and there are 4 hooded figures stood in the middle of the clearing, hoods up. The mist is around them, and there is a dead deer in the centre of them.
She's whispering like, "Our deer!"
Like that again. Not the big thing I would have spotted it. Like, he's a bit sarcastic. He's a bit like, he's like, and he literally, as you say that, because he's lying down on the ground, so we can look down.
So
she literally just like shoves your head into the ground, like, shut up, like, be quiet. You can't really hear, like, these people are murmuring. They're not really talking. There's no words, but it's a very odd sound that is coming from them.
Can I can't understand it.
Can't understand it at all.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be words.
Alright. She is like, oh dear.
Oh, wow.
A bit more than oh dear. And then he sort of has like a bit of, like, you know, he's the son of a noble. Like, he's like, well, hang on. What are they doing on my land? He sees it as like, you know, he's the man of the house. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to go and kick them off my land. Like, he's like a 17-year-old that's a bit like, thinks he's amazing. He's got his bow and arrow, he's got a dagger at his side, and yeah, so
Alright.
he's like, I'm going to go and tell them, and he stands
Wait.
up. And do you stop him? Or?
I try to stop it, like, yeah, who do they think they are? But, you know.
Well, come on, they're probably just a bunch of old guys, like, in there. They've got hoods up, they look a bit, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah? Like, let's go. And, like, literally, he has his knife out, and he struts into this fog. And he's just like, you there. And no one moves.
She comes behind him and like, yeah, you there!
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't think I'm capturing. Sorry, can I not? Oh, sorry. I'll be back. Oh, cliffhanger.
Experiencing issues.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what was that you said?
She just goes behind him and sort of pumps up her chest. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, you there!
And he's like, you're trespassing. And again, none of them move.
Excuse me, but this is our land. Who do you think you are?
As you say this, all the hoods turn and look directly at you in sync. There are no faces. They look human, as in like they have a human outline, but their face, there are no eyes, there's no mouth, there's no nose. However, it is like plain skin, effectively. So it's like a canvas. There is a blank canvas, there is nothing there. And they all just turn and they look at you.
Dear.
Your brother is very quick to be like, sure. Like it's quite a shocking thing. And he sort of shakily holds your hand. He's like, it's magic. This is something wrong. This isn't. They don't really look like that. It's not real.
Yeah, she holds it back and like, well now, no need for that. And she sort of starts to. I'm most certain we can work this out.
Okay.
Without dragging a bow. And she just tries to back away.
As you say that, they turn their bodies to face you and they start to walk towards you slowly, but in sync. Like their feet go exactly the same time. Your brother puts an arm out in front of you, feeling like, you know, hero here.
Oh no, she puts it away.
You sort of wrestle a little bit with each other. You are both almost doing like a little bit of a slap thing because you don't want to be the damsel in distress, but he's, you know, it's kicked in. And they stop. And all of a sudden, every sound in the forest stops. There are no birds, there's no wind, nothing. And just a horrific scream erupts from these creatures. It's as if they are screaming because they have no mouth. It's like their face contorts. And if you were opening your mouth to scream, but obviously there's no mouth there. Yeah. And as that happens, you are basically both blown backwards into the mist, and things that you can't see. You can't see the forest floor, and like hands come up and they grab you and they hold you to the floor, and these things walk closer and closer to you, and you black out.
That's what
I want to roll for resistance. That's a 6.
as you come round, the mist is gone. There is there's the creatures or whatever. They're not there. Sorry.
Isriver has redeemed he's redeemed a give the DM a disadvantage.
Give the demon a disadvantage.
Give you
Okay,
a disadvantage. So next time you roll, please roll with
Dun,
disadvantage.
dun, 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 dun.
You can give DM disadvantage.
Yes.
If they donate and say to,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yes.
So-
Also, you can accumulate great scratch pounds just by watching, and once you reach so many, you can also do it through that.
How many
just
do
by,
I have?
Just by being a viewer. It depends. You probably need to be on Chrome to see.
Okay,
Okay,
so
cool.
Pay to save myself.
you wake up. You feel a bit dizzy. I guess like you don't know what's happened.
Yeah.
You look your arms. There's nothing there. Nothing was holding you back or anything like that. And you sit up, and you're still in the clearing.
Okay.
Your brother is standing on the other side of the clearing with his back to you.
Okay. I run towards him. Are you alright? And try to put my hand on his shoulder. Like.
He doesn't say anything. He seems to be slightly hunched over and he's holding something in his hand. But he
Alright.
says nothing.
I turn around to look at him.
What, you turn him round to...
No, I sort of walk around him.
around. He's just very wide-eyed. He looks very pale. And he just says, his hands are closed like this. And he's just like, they gave it to me. It's one of the most beautiful things you will ever see.
Give you what?
This, and he holds it out, and it's like it's a very smooth, purely white stone.
Mm?
It's about the size in the palm, and it seems to have like a little bit of a sheen over the top of it. You know, like when oil, it's like a multicolour type rainbow. And he's just like, they gave it to me. Look at it. It's beautiful, and he seems quite obsessed. Like he doesn't take his eye. He's not looking at you when he's talking. He is focused on this.
Okay, she puts her hand sort of over the stone and says, "Are you right?"
He snatches away and he's just like, "Get off it! It's not yours."
Precious.
Get him.
She's like, "No, it's all right. You can have it. You can have it. Let's go home."
Okay, and he sort of, it's like he snaps back to normal a little bit. He goes, "Yeah, no, let's go home." Like, and you do, and you
Yeah,
head back,
alright.
and for the next couple of days he seems a bit more, he turns into a bit of a recluse. He doesn't come down to dinner with you and your mother. He doesn't want to go outside anymore, and he really doesn't want to go back into the forest. There's something, he doesn't like it. He spends his whole time sat in his room. The only people that go into his room are the servants that come in and light the fire in the morning. People started bringing him his food, but it doesn't seem to be touched. And that's just how he starts to live.
Okay. Frozen. Tara. Do you wanna be the snowman?
God, you guys are getting all the references tonight. I feel like we're gonna have to like spend a small portion of funds to like sort out copyright with this stream.
Oh, Adam, music, please.
Slightly
Something.
problematic.
Oh, okay, never mind
Oh,
then.
right.
I can try.
Give it a go,
Okay.
but
If
Just
not, it doesn't
something
matter. Just normal.
Alvin-
Creepy or
Alvin
normal?
Clay.
No, just normal.
Alvin Clay.
Preferably normal.
And it's like,
Oh!
Just for
she's just launched out the window.
Yeah.
using roll 20.
Mhm.
But yeah, so where was it? Yeah, no, he's not coming out of his room
Okay.
or anything.
I will occasionally go in and try to like, oh come on, let's go out, let's go and hunt something.
Okay, he's like, I don't want to. I don't want to go outside. It's too bright outside.
Too bright.
It's too bright outside. Can you not get that? I'm just getting a constant headache all the time.
Come on, yes, take a glass of water, and we go out for until sunset. No longer.
Okay.
Come on.
And he reluctantly follows you out. His stone is constantly clutched in his hand, but he does follow you. Oh, that's nice.
Was that the normal one?
Haunted ceremony works again.
Huzzah!
My tune!
Everybody's favourites.
Sorry. Didn't mean to go for the creepy tunes there. Is this alright?
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, you walk out into the grounds. You've got a large courtyard, normally the training courtyard, so there's some training dummies and things like that. And he, as soon as he steps out the door, he seems to like cringe a bit, and he's like, ugh, like just any form of light is a bit too much for him, and he doesn't like the fresh air. He doesn't like any of it.
Okay. Sure. Is that something you want to tell me?
No. Like, he's a bit like, what? No. Like, you're used to this person sharing everything with you.
Yeah.
And now you almost don't recognise him anymore. He's looking thinner because he's not eating, he's very pale. And he's just not the happy, bubbly, sarky person he was.
Alright, that stone is consuming you. Can you just put it in a bag for a small while? Alright?
Why? It's mine.
Yeah. Put it in a bag and put it on your belt.
No, I want to hold it. It feels better in my hand where it is. It just sounds amazing.
Can I look at it?
Okay, and he sort of just peels his hand open and
I try
holds
to
it up
snatch
to
it
you.
from him.
Okay, roll, because I could roll the disadvantage as well. How would you roll for that?
Is it?
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, it'll be sleight of hand, yeah.
Which one is that?
Roll it on.
Oh wait, it's a thing.
Natural 20!
Yes!
That's
So
so annoying! Yeah. I got that 20 and I got to roll with disadvantage!
Thank you, Isabel!
9. Oh, 6 even. Okay, so, well, yes.
+1.
You
so.
swipe it from his hand and he freaks. Like, he absolutely freaks. He starts. He is scrabbling after you. He keeps falling over. He's a bit weak from, like, being near it. And he just stops and he cries and he is like, please, I need to hear it. I can't hear it when it's that far away.
She's waving at it. Come and get it!
And he's getting, like,
Taunted.
really angry. He's getting really, really angry, and he stands up and he draws his bow at you.
Oh. Oh dear.
You probably react like that. You probably are like, what? Like,
Oh yeah, I don't think... Does she have any weapons on her?
you probably have like a dagger or something that you
Oh,
carry
okay.
most of the
No
time.
shield. Alright.
Hmm.
She tries to find cover and run away.
He's shaking. You,
Alright.
you don't think
Oh,
he
okay.
could even hit straight if he wanted to.
Okay.
But he is threatening you.
Okay, then she's just gonna stand her ground and say, hear what?
And he's like, can't you hear it? It's singing. Hold it to your ear. Can you hear anything?
I do that.
You don't hear anything.
Okay. Crazy.
He says, like, and he's like, fine, have it. And he literally just turns and walks back in.
Alright.
Walks straight back in the house and goes straight to his room and he slams the door.
Okay. When he did that, I put it in, I guess, I have some leather pockets or something. I just put it there and tries to follow him and like...
You sort of meet your mother on the way and she's like, what is going on with you two at the moment? Like, would you chill out sort of thing? She's quite a relaxed mother. She's not...
Yeah.
She doesn't have to do that much, but at the same time she likes to be involved with house chores and stuff, so... But she's just like, what is wrong with him?
He's obsessed with this, and I show her that.
A rock.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and she's
yeah.
almost like, I don't understand, kid. kids and just wanders off
Kids
like, down
these
the
days
corridor.
with their rocks and
And she sort of just had enough.
She's like, no, you don't understand. He's like, he needs it. He's been acting different ever since he's found it.
And she's just like, kids have their phases, and literally just walks off.
No shit swigging.
She doesn't really, like, she's a parent, but she's not very good at it. Like, she's really loving, but doesn't know how to deal with teenagers. So if you're a toddler and an adult, she can deal with you, but not, you know.
Alright. It's that kind of face.
Yeah.
She knocks on the door.
What?
Taran, come out.
I can't.
What? Yeah, come out.
No,
Don't be like that.
I can't, Eno, you gotta help me.
What?
I don't know what to do. It's happening again.
Okay, she starts to. Can she open the door?
She can burst in the door.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
got
she-
quite a lot of. Like,
Oh
strength.
yeah, she bursts through
Okay,
the door.
so as you do it, you see he's stood in front of the fire, in front of his fireplace, and it's like he's starting to become transparent. And he is like, it's almost like he's trying to recoil from his own body, but he's just like, Ina, help me! What is happening? Like, he's really starting to freak.
Okay. She runs forward and like tries to grab him.
She goes straight through
Oh,
him.
Oh.
And he's just.
She starts to freak out.
Yeah.
Space
And
Cowboy.
he's just like, he's almost like screaming now, like he is yelling because he's looking and he's almost going through himself, like his hands are going through each other. He's trying to grab at things to see if he can. He tries to reach for you, and as he reaches, he just like evaporates.
Oh.
Wow. Wow,
Sad
bye.
face.
See ya.
But
And he's gone.
Thanks for playing.
He's
Oh.
completely gone.
Yeah. Right. Hey, at least you still got your mother.
Not the correction
I'm assuming you've been yelling at this point to him.
Oh.
Like,
Oh,
are you making
yeah.
any noise or are you in shock? Like,
I think when he sort of got transparent, she was like, screamed his name and tried to grab him, but she's terrified. She's like almost paralyzed, almost.
Yeah.
Like, and when he went to grab him, she didn't grab back. She like just stood still.
yeah. Okay, at this point your mum walks past, like she's come back from her, and she's just like, what are you doing? Like, what is, because she sees you in utter shock, like, what, she was like, what's wrong? Like, she runs over to you and she takes your shoulders and she's like, what is it? What's wrong?
He's gone.
Who's gone?
Taran's gone. And
Who's Taran?
Taran.
You better not be messing about with the village boys again.
My brother's gone!
Okay, I'm gonna go, I think you should go to bed, and then we're gonna go and get the local healer, okay? We'll go back to your bedroom. Come on,
What
I'll
are
come
you
with
saying? She's putting her hands on her shoulder like, your son is
She's
gone!
like, Ina, calm down. It's alright, we'll sort this out. It's okay. I don't know who this Taran is, but you need to go and rest.
Okay, what does the room look like?
The room is like an empty, like just a large bedroom.
Yeah.
There's a four-poster bed, there's an open fire, and there's a desk.
Okay, she shouts, this is his room!
Darling, this is your room.
Whoa. I'm here for the sound effect.
Maybe I should
I don't need music.
but it's-
Yeah, do it. I'm here for the sound effects.
She
Play it as you go.
I'm like background
alright, she
trees.
just brushes off her mother's hands and like,
She's quite shocked at this because you're normally like quite. It's a friendly family. You're not
Yeah.
like. She's just like,
and she
Ina, calm down.
and she starts to run around the the mansion or house? Is it?
It's like a big house. It's like just a massive house.
Okay, yeah.
Hey!
Follow.
Is now following.
Who did? Sorry, I completely missed that.
Let's have a look.
Thank you for the follow. The songs we're singing.
We also missed Donovan Fry following earlier. Donovan, thank you for the
Thank
follow.
you. God.
Private
Good
hosted
luck,
us
give me a
with
thumbs
3
up.
viewers. Potentially, he's usually got an army of lurkers. So
Isn't he great?
He is.
What a good
He
guy.
is. And Edmund resub for 6 months. Ed!
Woo! You have
I'm
money.
seriously red.
You got money, Ed. That's
I
why
am
you're here.
seriously red.
You
You're
are
always
red.
seriously red.
What?
I am.
She really is.
There you go.
Oh, you're a little tomato. Do you want some ice?
I have a beer, please.
How much?
Just one.
Yeah, you.
No, I mean, how much you can give me to get your beer?
You are super.
You guys, so you're
I do.
bribing the DGM
I
for
do.
fuck's sake.
I get really
Something,
rosy.
something just do with your
Did
love.
you say
That's my
Rosie?
middle name. No, that's why my middle name is Rose.
Well,
Alright.
you've learned your lesson.
Right. So yeah, you
so-
are.
Yeah, she starts to run around the house and try to find if there are any, like, not photos, but
What, like artwork?
artwork or papers or like you know,
He's not cold.
necklaces you did as a kid when you were
Yeah.
a kid, like anything, drawings when you
Well,
were a
because
kid.
you were like a big family, you would have had a family portrait in the main room.
Yeah.
As you head over it, you notice there's a picture of your mother and your father, and you are sat in the middle. There is no brother in that picture.
Ooh, bye, brother.
Yeah.
I'm an only child now.
Jesus. Giggles can relate. Finally.
She
Wow, Ed.
can I
just
Did she just headbutt the door?
She hid by a stack of books and they fell on her.
Oh, it's alright.
the cat
she-
isn't dead. I want to reiterate this. The cat's fine.
Can I find the rock?
Yeah, the rock is still in the bag
The rock?
that you have.
Oh, not the man.
Yeah, the rock is still in the bag that you had.
Okay.
She was.
Right, cool. Right, now she's like just frozen and looking at the picture and holds the rock.
You probably from that point you go to bed and you probably question everything.
Oh
Like,
yeah!
you question absolutely everything. And about 6 to 10 years pass. Your mother has died just of old age because she was human.
My mum.
Your elf, so she was very old at the time. You are now the owner of this huge estate. You're not like a lady of an estate because you don't like doing all the lady things. So you train with the guards regularly. You have learned to, you have armor now. They have taught you everything they know with a shield and a sword. You are good to them. And you basically rule over these lands, this farming lands and everything like that. The people like you. Like they really like you, and you're a fair leader, basically. You have one good friend who is the head of your guard. His name is Harold.
Harold?
He's a really nice guy. He sort of reminds you of what your dad was like. He is human though. He's an older gentleman, so like he's a seasoned guard.
What was his name?
Harold. And yeah, basically he's almost like your advisor, but you tend to treat him as an equal more than anything. You're going about like your normal day, and you're always brought like the boring stuff, the documents about the income and how much your land is being made and stuff like that. And one day Harold brings to you a villager from your local surrounding area, and this man looks like in rags and tatters, and this is a village you basically own way out, so you don't see it from where you are normally.
Okay.
It is way out. And he comes to you and he falls to his knees and he's like, "Please help us. We've been attacked.
But by who?
This creature, this creature of the sky came and destroyed everything with fire."
With fire? Are you certain that?
Like, Harold was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa." Like he's checked like to the villager, like, What are you describing here? Like, is it a demon? Is it a what is this sort of thing? And the guy said, no, please, it's almost taken out the whole village and it's headed your way. I had to warn you.
Well, she sort of claps around to stand up. Whatever it is, this man needs help, and we will help him.
And he's
Get
like,
everyone.
he's like, thank you so much. Like, oh my god. And then he's sort of guided off by some other guards who's like taken to the kitchen and given some food and whatever, and making them nice and comfy. You ride out with all your soldiers behind you to go and see this devastation. And this village looks like it has been burnt to the ground completely. It's almost completely flat. And you're wandering through streets of just ash. And ash is falling from the sky, effectively.
Alright, can I can I roll to see if I know what it is?
Yes.
16 and... Yeah, it's a 16.
This is something you have read about when you were younger, but this shouldn't exist.
Ooh.
These creatures have been long dead. I'm talking 400 years or so. They shouldn't be around. People have been starting to question whether they exist at all.
She goes out like... Could it be a dragon?
Harold's like, I no offense, my lady, but we dragons don't really exist. Like, it just doesn't happen.
I do consider your point, but what else do you suggest with what happened here in this short amount of time?
No, the dragons have been dead for hundreds of years. We don't know what this could have been on like a jabbering peasant.
Whatever it was, or whoever it was, it's by far something really dangerous, and we need to stop it.
Okay. As you say this, you feel like everything goes dark suddenly. A huge winged creature literally crosses over quickly in front of the sun and effectively swoops very low down to you, and you can feel the air that these wings create, and it knocks you off your horse. Like, this is a very powerful thing, and you look up and a huge red dragon is flying above you, circling the village, and it is very interested in you now.
Oh.
You're the only living things that have just turned up. Everything else is dead.
Alright. She just screams out, "Take formation!"
The men fall into line.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly as you
yeah.
say. They line up as they have been trained, and they are ready to your command. Some of them are shaking because dragons shouldn't exist. Dragons.
Question, should I take command, or is it head of the guard that sort of shouts?
No, you say it. You are in command, and Harold is making sure everyone is doing everything you say.
Sweet.
Basically. So roll initiative. You, the guard, and the dragon.
20! Natural 20!
Seriously?
Get wrecked, Ella! Get wrecked!
Okay, so the dragon.
And wait. I think I got.
I
Let's see, initiative. I have +1, so that's 21.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, that's good because I rolled terribly anyway. So, basically, this huge dragon lands
Best roll I have.
quite far away from you. He lands on the ruins of what this village was, crushing whatever was left. It's got huge like, I want to say arms, but they don't really have arms, but like huge just legs, 4 big ones. His wingspan is absolutely massive, and as he lands, like your men try and struggle to stay upright as like the wind sort of hits them. What do you do?
Oh, what do I do? She will probably try to sit upright and sort of like, you know, you just breathe, and she just turn around real quick and scream out to everyone. Today, we may face our... I don't know words.
You deliver an amazing speech.
No.
Go on.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Do it.
Let me just open my beer.
Today, we may face one of our greatest challenges of our entire life. But whatever happens, we will stay here as heroes forever, or we will go back and become legends forever.
Yeah, get
As
it.
you say this, Harold holds his sword up high and he yells, and all of your men cheer at the same time.
Woo!
And
That's
do you
me
just
on the men.
run? Do you? What are you doing? Are you charging?
Yeah,
Are
we're
you...
charging.
Okay, you charge. The dragon that you come up to, it is swiping its tail, it is swiping its legs and everything, and it is knocking men sideways everywhere. They are being flung. They are getting back up, some of them, and charging after you, and I'm assuming you're just hacking away again. You manage to weave between these. You're on horseback, so you weave between this tail and these legs and arms that are trying to swipe for you. And yeah.
Alright, I wanna hack it.
Hack it.
Hack it.
I wanna hack it.
I'm in.
Hack it.
Dragon hacked. That's a whole different outfit.
You try and hack that.
Yeah. That's a natural one.
I rolled a nat 1 after rolling
Against
a
a dragon.
Not a good thing.
Wow, weird.
Ah.
Wow, your
You-
origin stories are fucking
As you run, as your horse canters towards it, and you've got your
My
sword
horse.
and shield ready.
Hack my
Um,
horse.
You go to bring your sword down, but as he does, he swipes the feet from beneath your horse, and you are sent flying. You are sent absolutely. The horse lands on
Mario reference.
lands on your legs, like you can't
Oh no.
move. You're stuck, and
Bye.
it has, and as it does, it opens its mouth, and you can see like a glowing red flame
Oh, no.
mounting
Bye.
in its mouth.
Good playing
We've
with you
never
guys.
had a death in an origin story before. But
What was you saying, Emily? Wrecked scrap? Is that what you were saying?
Okay, hold on, wait.
Karma.
Wait, really serious question. How's the horse doing? Oh,
It's
Look
alright.
at my horse.
gonna go-
The horse is alright. Wait, what did you just say? Where's the horse
he's
going?
going to go to the glue factory. But we
There's a glue factory in
that's
this
what glue is. But anyway,
Horses sniff glue?
basically this thing erupts, and you hear your men rally towards you. They are loyal. They run towards you, and as it does, it turns its head and it drowns them in a wave of fire. Your men are burnt to a crisp, basically.
No, use your shields, guys.
And everything is just almost like dust. It's almost like if they just disintegrate. And then it turns to you. It walks towards you like it's huge limbs. And did Ali not know glue was made from horses? Have you seen Animal Farm?
I was in the play.
That horse goes to the glue factory.
That's what they mean? Oh.
Anyway, this huge hulking like.
Okay,
this
I
dragon
wanna break
goes-
free. I wanna break free.
And your horse is dead on your legs. You are trapped. This is a really surreal moment for you because you've read about this and always dreamed about these sorts of things in your stories. You never thought you'd ever actually be facing one. Its huge head. I can't like the head is enormous. It is absolutely huge, and it leans down and it sniffs you. It sniffs the horse, and it sniffs you. You're right. And it sniffs you, and you can really feel that your hair is blown back as it sniffs you and breathes you in. It sort of cocks its head to the side and turns itself so that you see a huge blinking yellow eye, and which the pupil slims down into a sharp point as it focuses
She
down on you.
she just screams, "Do it!"
It lets out, without opening its mouth, a really low, menacing growl. Like, it is loud. Like, you actually have to clamp your hands over your ears to try and get this. And it seems to like shake its head at you and flinch slightly as it's sort of taking you in a bit.
Did I?
It's a right
It's like as if it's trying to portray something to you, but it can't, and it sort of looms over you, so its arms are like either side of you, and it is leaning, it's like this far from your face, and you can feel the heat like radiating from it. At that point, you hear an almighty cry from Harold, who has appeared out of nowhere, and he is tearing towards the dragon.
Is Harold the horse? No, he's not.
No.
Ignore me.
Horse is dead.
Oh, shit!
Harold
Oh,
is
he's
first in command, and Harold is running. He's like, he's the last
Oh,
man
no,
standing.
no, Harold!
He's running towards it. He's like, I've got you. Like he's coming
No, he
to
ain't.
your
She's
aid.
just screaming, "Harold, halt!"
And what he does is he gets his sword and he hacks as the dragon is distracted by you at its eye, and it screeches out in pain, like
Look at me.
menacingly. And
Bye, Harold.
as he does it, the thing swipes its claw, and Harold is flung into one of the last remaining buildings, and he is crushed, like completely. The force this guy's been hit is he's dead. Like he's like a pulp on the wall. And yeah, as this happens, the dragon recoils in like absolute agony because it is literally sliced across his eye, and it is shouting and shouting, and he can't do it, and it takes off and it flies away. And as it flies away, you hear a strange singing sound erupt from the pocket that you've kept the stone from your brother in the entire time. And it seems to fade the further the dragon goes away. And you are lying there on a battlefield crushed by horses. I had no intention for you to be crushed by a horse, but a nat 1 gets you crushed by a horse.
Wow. Look at you.
Yeah, look at me.
You're gonna have to eat your way out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Can I break free?
Just use it as a sleeping bag.
If you can
Just
roll
get
it like
just
straight,
get
because you are. If you roll it with disadvantage, because I'm pretty sure your legs, like one of your legs, is definitely broken.
Oh, alright.
Can't you ride your horse back?
Well, that's a 15.
Okay,
Oh.
so you're really struggling. Like,
Wait.
Disadvantage.
this is,
Roll
oh,
again.
fuck, disadvantage. Sorry.
That's a
14.
14!
Ah,
but
it's not too
I
bad.
do have a lot. 14 plus 3.
17.
Okay, so that's pretty good. So you manage to like worm your way out a bit. You're really sharp, but my god, does this hurt? Like this is so painful. And basically from where you're slightly singed because you were very close to this dragon. Later, you're basically trying to crawl back to your land. It's quite far away, and luckily some of your farmers find you and they carry you back, and you are like having bed rest for like until you can walk again. You will always have a massive scar all the way down your leg, but
By a
you
horse.
by a horse, not a dragon, but a horse.
Where
By
did
the
you
way-
get this
by the
scar?
way-
The Battle of the Dragon?
The horse.
Yeah.
My
By the
horse
way,
started
if
it.
anyone asks, she will say it was from a dragon. It was from the dragon. Technically, Like she
some
yeah,
fucking
it was a
savage
dragon
horses.
that sent the horse flying.
Yeah.
So technically, the skull was from a dragon.
You could just
That's
do
her.
a Viking
It
and
was
say,
actually
"Dude,
a
I was
horse
fighting a
though."
dragon."
Yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
happened.
She does not tell the horse part.
As you go to sleep and obviously you rest for a couple of weeks, you receive a letter one morning, and it is sat on your desk. And one of your servants runs in and says that a letter has arrived for you. It says somewhere.
Oh, let me look through my notes.
I'll be with you just a second. Great DMing.
No, you did great.
No, it's here.
Yeah, if we've got a moment to just say, Alice, damn strong
Yeah.
start.
Like,
Okay.
everyone on stream, shout out to Alice
Woo!
for some amazing
Oh, thank
DM,
you.
guys! See the hype in the chat, woo! I am a great I should be a cheerleader.
You should.
Don't worry.
I think we could arrange for you to have
It's
fun.
just the silly
I've never
servant
had
that
much
lost the
shaking
letter. Like, oh, I thought it was this
Hang
one.
on, it's right here.
No, I was like that. They'd be like, where's your homework? I'm like, it was right here. Let me just... It's so shiny.
Like Alice.
No, Alice is...
Yeah,
Alice
woo,
is
little
so-
paddles. Woo, Alice.
It's like my beautiful 20 streak ended on a 1.
Yep.
You got crushed by a fucking horse in a dragon fight.
Oh yeah, it was
Like-
not
Totally
hard.
fair.
Do you know what? Harold went out better than you.
Oh yeah, he did.
Harold's there.
Harold was the real hero.
Harold's
Yeah.
there, fucking taking out his eye, and you're like, oh no, Benjamin.
One.
The horse's
You
name is not Benjamin.
receive a letter, and you notice from one of the symbols on there. It's from one of the local cities. It's from Blackdale, one of the much larger cities in the area, and it just says, "Meet me." It's a meet me at Blackdale, and it's signed Taryn,
Ooh.
and that's it.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, she is struck by this. I guess her psychiatrist like, oh no, you never had a brother, and she's like, oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had a brother. I guess. I guess so.
I was gonna say, how does everyone feel after that one?
You put
From a horse to a
so
dragon fight.